Welcome to today's Battlefield Report. Significant developments have unfolded over the past few days, with Russian forces pressing both their air and ground advantages across Ukraine. These coordinated efforts are reshaping the conflict as winter approaches. We'll break down the key battles, examining how strategic maneuvers are influencing the outcome of this critical phase. Russia continues to wield its air superiority effectively. UAVs, crucial to reconnaissance and combat, have been actively patrolling over Kherson and Zaporizhia. These drones not only gather critical intelligence, but also coordinate artillery strikes, keeping Ukrainian defenses constantly engaged. This level of coordinated air operation signals Russia's preparation for larger ground offensives, forcing Ukraine to redeploy resources and stay on alert across multiple sectors. Russian UAV operations exemplify how modern warfare hinges on technological superiority. These drones monitor troop movements, identify artillery positions, and relay real-time battlefield data to Russian command centers. With each mission, Russia solidifies its air advantage, making it increasingly difficult for Ukraine to launch counteroffensives effectively. Though the Zaporizhia front may appear stable, Russian forces are actively advancing from Levadne and Olhivske, targeting Novoselydivka. Their goal is to control the lakeside terrain, creating a natural buffer for advancing units and preventing Ukrainian forces from maneuvering effectively. Ukraine, under heavy artillery fire, is struggling to maintain positions in Poltavka and Novoselydivka. This advance hints at a larger tactical goal, securing a foothold before winter fully sets in. As Russia pushes toward the lake, the combination of natural obstacles and artillery superiority threatens to encircle Ukrainian defenders, mirroring tactics employed elsewhere in the campaign. In Ugledar, Russian bombardments have intensified, with over 20 glide bombs devastating defensive zones in Bohuyavlenka. Russian forces are narrowing the front line to surround Bohuyavlenka while inching toward Novoselydivka. This bombardment is not just about gaining territory, but also about exhausting Ukrainian forces, limiting their ability to regroup. Meanwhile, in Kharkov, Russia executed a precision strike, eliminating over 30 Ukrainian UAV operators. These operators were instrumental in managing reconnaissance and suicide drones that supported Ukrainian defenses across multiple fronts. The loss of this team disrupts Ukraine's situational awareness and weakens its ability to coordinate precision attacks, giving Russia a decisive upper hand in the area. On the Selydove axis, Ukraine faces an increasingly desperate situation. With over 400 troops captured or surrendered, Russian forces now control key supply routes, leaving any remaining Ukrainian defenders trapped with no escape. What once served as natural barriers, rivers and lakes have now become obstacles, cutting off Ukrainian forces from reinforcements and retreat. The encirclement of these towns demonstrates Russia's strategy of turning defensive terrain against its opponents, gradually tightening the noose until surrender becomes the only viable option. This tactical success gives Russia the leverage to shift forces toward new objectives with minimal resistance. After multiple attempts, Russian forces have secured Novoselydivka, opening a direct route to Crimea. This victory not only disrupts Ukrainian supply lines, but also provides Russia with control over critical rail infrastructure, enabling faster movement of troops and supplies to the front. Securing this town is pivotal to future operations, allowing Russia to extend its reach south and west. This success also highlights Russia's resilience after several failed offensives. They regrouped, adapted their strategy, and ultimately captured the town. This momentum places additional pressure on Ukrainian forces struggling to hold nearby territories. In Selydove, Russian forces have seized approximately 75% of the city, forcing Ukrainian defenders into the outskirts. With bridges destroyed and escape routes blocked, the collapse of Ukrainian defenses seems inevitable. Analysts predict that Selydove could fall entirely within days, further consolidating Russian control over the region. The loss of Selydove not only marks a tactical defeat, but also serves as a warning of what could follow. As Ukrainian forces withdraw from their remaining positions, Russia is well positioned to launch new offensives into surrounding regions, extending its grip deeper into Ukrainian-held territory. With winter approaching, Russia is shifting focus toward fortifying key positions. Areas like Moskovske are being prepared as logistical hubs, ensuring Russian forces can maintain momentum despite harsh weather. If secured, these strongholds will act as staging points for deeper offensives into Mirnorod and Pokrovsk, catching Ukraine off guard during the winter months. Winter conditions will undoubtedly affect both sides, but Russia's preparations demonstrate a long-term strategy designed to exploit the season's challenges. By denying Ukraine the chance to regroup, Moscow aims to solidify its battlefield gains and force Kyiv into an increasingly difficult negotiating position. As we approach winter, the conflict is reaching a critical phase. Russian advances in key regions like Selydove and Novoselydivka are reshaping the battlefield, while Ukraine's ability to counterattack is steadily diminishing. With fortified positions in place and a clear strategic direction, Russia is poised to maintain the initiative through the harsh winter months. These developments will shape the trajectory of the conflict for months to come. Stay with us for more updates and in-depth analysis as we continue monitoring the situation closely.